Just hear me out on this, guys. Just hear me out on this. Hey, guys, this is AW here, Aaron Warrior, presenting you latest SmackDown on my wrestling channel. I want to thank you all for joining me in watching the Survivor Series War Games watch along. I had a lot of fun last night. But onto something new here. And before we get into this topic that this video is going to be about, if you're new here, subscribe down below. Make sure to smash that like button. It really helps out to get my channel noticed. And share this out with your friends, family, colleagues, whatever in the world, all over your social media platforms, or just tell people about this channel, especially if they're into wrestling. This is the channel for you, and people who are into wrestling, man. And I want to thank you, everybody who's been subscribing to me as of late. I've been happy with that. Okay, so on to the topic at hand here. Now, everybody says, oh, maybe what. Like at WrestleMania 39, we're still early. We're still really, really early. We're about 4 or 5 months away from WrestleMania, right? But on the SmackDown side of the women's division, this is very, very weak. It's a weak division. Evidence we saw Sasha Banks versus Ronda Rousey. That shows how weak the SmackDown division is, lacking star power. Let me rephrase it: star woman power. Now, everybody's assuming Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey for WrestleMania 39. And when Becky Lynch came back to join Bianca Belair's team at War Games, it was on SmackDown this past Friday. Maybe that's a signal that she's going to be moved to SmackDown. I don't know. She still has to get her revenge on Damage Control. I guess she got a bit of it in War Games. But everybody's assuming that, Wanda and Becky should have WrestleMania 39, one of the biggest matches ever. This is true. Which is true. Be one of the biggest matches. That should have happened at WrestleMania 35. The one in Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte Flair and Ronda to become both Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, be dual champion. That should have been really the main event, her and Ronda. But it is about a triple threat match for both SmackDown Women's titles. I'm sorry about that. They got a little distracted there. But hear me out. If they don't go down this road, what about Sasha Banks? Yes, I know Sasha Banks has been away since May. Has been away since May from WWE, along with Naomi. But this is not about Naomi. This is about Sasha Banks. And if you know, Sasha Banks has been really been out there, right? She hasn't been quiet. Like she's been away, but she hasn't been quiet. She's been posting a lot of stuff. She's been at premieres. She's been doing some modeling. She's been at concerts. She's really getting out there in the mainstream exposure. Let's say that means more mainstream exposure for herself. Exposure, attention, same thing. But let's just say Sasha Banks is very close to returning. Let's say a report comes out, Sasha Banks is returning this Raw or SmackDown, whatever. But I have a better idea. She comes back to Royal Rumble. And wins the Rumble. And the Rumble's in 8 weeks, 2 months. There's no pay-per-view in December or premium live event. So she comes back to Royal Rumble. But instead, if we don't got Becky and Wanda at WrestleMania, what about Sasha Banks facing Ronda Rousey? I think that'd be just as big as a matchup. Sasha Banks is really, she's highly popular, like Becky, but she's not. She's very popular outside of WWE too, because she's been in other stuff, like Mandalorian, for example. The Star Wars fan base knows who Sasha Banks is. They may get her to watch may get them to watch WrestleMania. And Ronda Rousey, as much as her star power is faded in the mainstream circle, whatever. WWE still thinks she's something, which she's not. Her star power has faded, but it doesn't matter, right? They still think she is. And I think this would be the biggest match of WrestleMania 39 at Los Angeles. Have Sasha Banks. And no, Sasha Banks really never had a WrestleMania moment where she won the big one, where she won the title. Last year, she didn't participate. She was a tag team title match. Okay, she won that, but that wasn't really a big moment. Year before, she lost to Bianca Belair. Year before, that was at the PC Center. Bayley retained. Year before, she lost with Bayley the tag team titles to the Iconics. Then she took a little bit of a hiatus, a break. Year before 2018, what match was she? I don't remember. I don't think she was in a big match in 2018 either. 2017, I think she was in the Mae Young or wherever the women's version of Andre the Giant Battle Royal. 2016, she was in triple threat match with Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, where Charlotte Flair retained the title. So she really never had her big moment. I think you get good story out of Sasha Banks and Wanda Rousey leading into WrestleMania. I just think that'd be just big as a match as Becky versus Wanda. It might just be big as a match as Wanda versus Becky. I know Sasha and Wanda had a match at Royal Rumble 2019. It was a solid match, but I think Sasha got hurt in that match with her shoulder. She said that in the Broken Skull sessions with Austin. I believe Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I think this would be the biggest match. I'm just saying. I don't know. This all depends on if she comes back or not. But if she does come back, they said Royal Rumble, have her win, have her go after Wanda. If the plan is not Becky and Wanda, I think Sasha Banks should be the next big thing because she needs her moment and she's a big star outside. She's becoming a bigger star outside WWE than any other WWE woman right now. And if you say Wanda's a big star outside WWE, she ain't not anymore, man. I'm telling you, she's not. Her star power outside WWE is not there anymore. It's fading like that. Nobody really talks about Wanda Rousey anymore, like that. But what do you guys think? If not Becky and Wanda, what about Sasha Banks and Wanda WrestleMania 39? Only if Sasha comes back, right? Tell me in the comments below. So once again, like this, smash and like this. Subscribe if you're just tuning in my channel for the first time, and share this out with your friends, colleagues, family, if you're wrestling. And I'm let you want to know one thing. I appreciate you guys for subscribing. With that, AWO, Aaron Warder, presenting Ladies SmackDown is out. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoy Survivor Series.